What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dore back again with another podcast. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, we got a different kind of podcast today. I know all the drama has unfolded and all that. So if you're new to my channel, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And we've got a Crystal Palace fan in a man named Richie from Eagle Eye Football. We can have a little debate on people. As everyone knows, there's been so much crap going on about Palace not getting Europa, all this and that. I'm going to get Richie's thoughts on it. And he thought he'd rub it in and put his top on. Go on, Richie. Before we do, go on, show it.
Can you not say rub it in, because that was not my intention. I made my intentions clear. I just want the FA Cup to be valued as a competition. That's what I'm saying. Here's the winners 25 tops. Obviously for my FA Cup win. But no, listen, I appreciate you inviting me on.
No. Make sure everyone subscribe to Eagle Eye Football as well, man. They do great content. The titles is links in the title. So if you can look at it, click on his title, subscribe, and like I said, talk about Crystal Palace. So please do. And right, let's get into it, Richie. Let's get into it because as everyone's got to know about it because as Forest, possibly we could play in Europa football. Crystal Palace was in it. Well, they still are in it. Last week, it was said, they're not in it, but now they're going to appeal. Crystal Palace are fuming about it. I'm going to have my say on it. So people in the chat, if you want to get involved, if you agree or disagree with what Richie says, please do. Before we do, Richie, like I said, I know you went to protest. I've got a video of it. So let's go and see the video, see what so everyone assumes what it was. So, Richard, did you go to the protest?
No, I wasn't there personally due to the fact that I had to look after my daughters, but I was live whilst the protest was going on, and JC and Dan and Chairman who were there kind of patched in, so we kind of being able to go from the protest back to our live show, back to the protest and stuff. So no, it was a decent stream that we had.
Right.
Decent stream.
Right. So, like I said, I got Richard on. Like I said, we're going to be balanced about it because, like I said, we're not going to argue about it. Like I said, I'm going to be balanced, the rights and the wrongs and that. Richie's going to have his rights and wrongs as well. So, if people in the chat, there's any questions that you want to ask Richie, please do. So, please no abuse because, like I said, we all know on social media there's been Forest going back and forth with each other, blah blah blah. But this is not it. We're going to be balanced on everything. Like I said. Let's start, Richie, man, because as you know, you won the FA Cup. You know what? Let me have my pick first thing, and then we'll get you on, Richie. As a Forest fan, like I said, seeing Crystal Palace win the FA Cup, and you absolutely deserved it, 100%. And I was happy for your fans like yourself and everyone who supports Palace. And yes, you got Europa football, and then everyone drops a bombshell with John Textor and all that, and then we hear about Textor, Palace can't do it, no. And the first thing I said, and everyone knows my podcast, the people I feel sorry for is like yourself, the Palace fans. But when it comes to business, there's always going to be rules in place, like Forest had in the past. So, with your opinion, how are you feeling about it, Rich? Because I want you to get your European football, but at the same time, I don't. If you know what I mean. So, what's your thoughts on it?
First of all, let's go back to that FA Cup final win. And I know you said we deserved it, and I think we did. You have to ride your luck at times. We rode our luck. I told you I'm coming here balanced. Dean Henderson should have been sent off. Yes. I'm going to be honest. Yes. He didn't. I'm happy he didn't. He went on to save a penalty. We kept a clean sheet. We won the FA Cup. Absolutely. And I know you get Man City fans like, oh, you cheats. Listen, you've won 500 trophies. We've won one and you're rattled. Allow it. Please stop. You know what I mean? And it's gone from, I think the frustrating part on the Palace fan base bit is that we've gone from sheer elation to, we're just flat at the moment. We're so flat to the point where it's just we just don't care almost like we don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Now, with regards to this ruling, right? I personally don't agree with it for
Me too. Me
there's
too.
loads of reasons, by the way. So my only frustration when it comes to some Forest fans, I say some, is when they say rules are rules, but don't tell us which rule we've broken.
Mm.
Because it's easy to say you're a multi-club ownership, but we're not. You know, or then you can say our Texter's a majority share. He's not. He's got a minority stake. He's got a majority stake in
Has he got?
Eagle.
Did he have the most stake? Then more than Parish.
So no, Parish has got the highest stake. What it is that John Texter has 43% owning of
Push
Eagle
further.
Holdings Football, which is
Yeah.
his own company,
Yeah.
which he only created. He joined Palace, then he created that company to get Leon Botafogo Molenbeek. All right,
Is that a Danish team or Swedish team or something like that?
Belgium.
Belgium. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Belgium.
So 43% of Palace. Okay. Um, but his actual stake in Palace, because remember that his 43% is the whole of Eagle Holdings.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
actual stake in Palace is 28%, which falls below the
Oh,
30%.
28%.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
actually a minority stakeholder,
All right.
which falls beneath the UEFA 30% threshold.
So where's the 40? Where's the 43 come from then?
That's his company, Eagle
Oh,
Holdings.
so I say okay. So yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But his
Yeah.
stake in Palace is less than the 30% that UEFA say. All right. But I think that's what's caused most of the confusion. Because even as Palace fans, um, obviously it's not even UEFA that's made the decision, it's the CFCB.
CFP. Yeah.
We're still waiting to hear which rule we've broken. So they've said it's Article 5,
Hmm.
but they haven't said which part of Article 5 we've broken, in the sense of, is it because he's involved in two clubs? Is it because he owns this amount of shares? We're still waiting for that. And that's why we can't appeal yet, because we have to wait for the official letter.
Yeah.
Appeal is going to come. Now, the next bit is regarding, so one, we're not on club ownership. Number two, John Text is a minority shareholder, not a majority shareholder.
Hmm.
The final bit is this March 1st deadline, which we missed. We can't sugarcoat it. We missed the deadline. All right. The issue with that deadline, it's so like ambiguous in the sense of, at that time we were 13th in the league, 12th, 13th,
Hmm.
and just play Millwall in the 5th round of the FA Cup. Once again, if we're looking at a flip side, you could say, oh, but you should have got your house in order, which is a kind of valid thing.
Yeah.
Issue we had is twofold, because number one, like I said, because Texter doesn't have a majority share, yeah, we're not multi-club ownership. We didn't believe we needed to adhere to those rules because we're not. Remember, it's only multi-club ownership.
Yeah.
Land share. We're not a multi-club ownership. It is very clear that we're not. All right. Well, clear to us anyway.
Clear to you. Clear to you. Yeah.
We're not a multi-club ownership. And then obviously the second aspect of it is Texter was actually trying to sell his shares anyway. Now, if he had put his shares into a blind trust, he wouldn't have been.
And this is what I'm trying to say, because like Marinakis did it. Everyone knows Marinakis did it.
Yeah.
But I think they changed the date, didn't they? From March the 1st
They've changed it again.
To
Yeah.
what?
So before it was June
The 1st?
30th, June the 3rd, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. Right. Which at least is like a couple weeks after the season ends, anyway.
Yeah.
Right. They moved it to March the 1st, and I see Davey's comment there. I did mention that we missed the deadline. I have said that.
Yeah, he has missed it, Davey.
I did mention that we missed the deadline. But what we're arguing is that the deadline didn't apply to us only because we're not a multi-club ownership. Because it's only multi-club ownerships have to make sure that their houses are in order. And that's what we're going to be fighting against. So, funny enough, there's reports that saying that they're going to change for next season. They're changing it back to June the 1st.
Really? I've not seen that.
Which means that they realize how stupid March the 1st ruling is.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
In the first place. So, those are the two angles regarding that. Look, we've missed the deadline. Once again, I'm going to reiterate: we missed the deadline. We can't sugarcoat that.
Yeah.
We missed the deadline. However, like I said, we don't see ourselves. We're not a multi-club ownership. We're not involved in it, and plus Textor was trying to sell. I mean, he's been trying to sell his shares for like 2 years. He thought he was trying to buy
And this is what I don't understand.
Everton.
This is
He
what
was
I
trying
don't
to buy.
get, Richie.
Yeah.
This bit I don't get, because, like I said, it's been a public eye. Like, he's been trying to sell it. Like, didn't he buy you lot? Didn't he get his shares in lockdown? Didn't he?
Yeah, and then he tried to buy Everton. It was
Yeah.
very close to buying Everton, and then that fell through in the last minute. And stuff. So, and as the rules state, if you're trying to sell your shares, you can't put into a blind trust, because what would have happened to us? Let's just say Texter did put into a blind trust.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously, we may have been able to say, okay, we're not a multi-club ownership in that avenue.
Sorry, I'm just going to bring Nate's here. Nate's here.
Okay.
So let me get Nate. Here's Nate. Here's Nate. How
Yo,
you, Nate?
what's good?
Yeah. I'm not too bad. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Right, so now people in the chat, I'm getting ganged on now. I'm not like that, but
Not
yours.
even.
Whoa,
so,
easy.
so Richie, Richie, carry on what he's doing.
I was saying that, like, had we put our Texter put into a blind trust at the time, he wouldn't have been able to sell his shares, and then at some point he would have had to take it out of the blind trust, kind of similar to what Marinakis has been able to maneuver about.
Yeah.
And then that would have caused an issue in itself, you know. And then using Marinakis as an example, obviously it's a lot easier for you, in my personal opinion, because you were third in the table, and you were clear third in the table. So what you did the whole blind trust thing in preparation for the Champions League, knowing that there's a chance that Olympiacos will be in the Champions League too.
Yeah.
You had a more of a reason to do so than we did as a club. It could be deemed as a poor excuse on our end. I get it. That's fair enough. But we're 13th, 12th, 13th, and in the 5th round of the FA Cup. No one believed we were going to win it. You're third in the league and flying.
Richie, let me flip this, but before getting it right. With you saying, right, I think, who did you beat? Was it Millwall? You beat Millwall, didn't you? I think, and that's when.
So the day of the deadline.
That was a deadline.
Yeah, that's the deadline. So it had to be done before the 1st of March. So before that day, it had to be done. Even if we had beaten Millwall and then done it, we would have been late, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we would have missed the deadline regardless. By the time it hit Saturday, the 1st of March, the deadline had passed.
Okay. Right, so let me flip it. Right, so like I said, people understand, like I said, Palace, like I said, Richard explained it. You won it, like I said, you won an FA Cup. The deadline, I think, like I said, I'm with you on that situation. With, I think it's crazy. I think the rules are mad and all that. Like I said, I feel sorry for the Palace fans and all that. But which I don't understand, and if Nate wants to answer this, what's Marinakis done? This is where I don't understand because I assumed he sent a letter to UEFA. I think, as all fans will say, he just wants to know a clarification on what is happening. That's all. Does Nate want to come involved in this one? Because, like I said, it's just a bit baffles to me what's he's done. What
Yeah, so obviously there was a report out that Marinakis had sent a letter to UEFA asking for clarification on Lyon and Palace, because Lyon's relegation, which was enforced by the French Football Federation, when that was overturned, that kept them in the Europa League. But because we also qualified for the Europa League, I think Marinakis pointed out, hang on, Palace and Lyon have an overlap between themselves and Lyon in regards to Texter. Now, our fans have taken what's apparently been Marinakis sending out this request of information as that, he's snitched and he's grasped and this, that, the other. We don't know what was said. It could have been, look, is there a clarification as to what competition we're playing in next season? Logically, with respect to Marinakis, you're in the Conference League, mate. You finished 7th. You qualified for the Conference 100%. League through the league. Yeah. So there shouldn't have been a need to ask what competition are we in. So him asking for clarification feels from our end that he's trying to say, well, they're in a multi-club ownership. They can't play in the same competition. Promote us instead of them, which in a way feels a bit backhanded because, with all due respect, you didn't earn the right to play in the Europa League.
Yeah,
Like you
I
threw
think
away
that.
Champions League football and threw away Europa League football, not deliberately, but by circumstance. You dropped down the table at the worst possible outcome. Um, and obviously, from our end of things, it was our first ever major trophy, first time we were in Europe. We'd heard it from that lot on the South Coast about Europe for so long. And now all we've got to tell them is, well, what have you won? Did you win it? Did you win? Did you win a trophy? No? Okay, cool. But now that's been taken away, not necessarily directly by Nottingham Forest. It's nothing to do with Nottingham Forest. But some of our fans are under the impression that Marinakis is trying to be this vaudeville villain and has deliberately tried to derail us getting into Europe so that Nottingham Forest get a higher pay packet out of the Europa League, which I don't think is true at all. I think it's very extreme to say that, because that pretty much would turn the whole of the country against Forest then. And you've seen that. You've seen people explode with anger at Nottingham Forest. And I'm sat there thinking, they're not the ones at fault here. UEFA's rules, which they're happy for City Football Group and Red Bull to get away with. But the
Yes,
minute
yes.
it's little old Palace, all of a sudden, whack.
Get that. And you know what? And that's a point I was about to, my next question, Nate, and to you, Rich, because like I said, before I was speaking to Rich, Nate, I feel sorry for Crystal Palace fans. I feel sorry for you lot, because if whatever happens, you go in Europe anyway. But I'm talking about as a Forest fan financially, because Chelsea won it and they earned 20 million over it. But if you win it in Europa, you get 40 million. So that's why I said to Rich, I want to be balanced about it. I do want to get in Europa, but at the same time, if we get Europa and you don't, a little bit was saying to himself, Palace deserved it because they won the FA Cup. And everyone knows if you win the FA Cup, you get Europa. And that's what I'm trying to say with the rules. I think they're crap. I think they're absolutely ridiculous, if I'm honest. But I was just seeing Alan Jurt's rules, and he's a Fulham fan. Shout out to Alan. Rules are rules. Marinakis was right to do what he did, but if he meant for his benefit, the rules are rules. Unfortunately,
Just on that, I keep saying, guys, until we get 100% clarification on which rule was broken,
yeah,
it's so difficult to just hear the rules are rule. That's it. Like, what rule? And that's that's where, as Palace fans, we're seeking clarification. When UEFA decide to write to us, we should be by Monday, the latest, I reckon.
Mm.
We hopefully will get proper, like, this is what happened, this is why, and then at least then we can say, all right, cool,
Rich,
left or
you
right.
know what? You see this whole how they have to write to us thing. They're probably doing this to save face, because for so many years they let MCOs slide under the radar, because Nice, Man United, Man City, Girona, the
yes,
two Red Bull
Yeah,
clubs, and all of
absolutely.
that, right?
yes,
They let it slide for years to save face. The minute there was a possibility of, oh, hang on, we can be seen to doing something to so-called look like we're doing something in football. And I'm not saying they do it because it's us. It could have been Brighton, because they had MCO issues until Tony Bloom reduced his shares. They're doing it despite the smaller clubs, because it's not natural that the smaller clubs get into Europe. Like,
yes.
don't get
Get
me
that.
wrong, Nottingham Forest are not a small club by any stretch of the imagination.
Thank you very
But
much, Nate, for that.
no, but truthfully, you've been in the second tier for the last 20 or so years. You've only recently come back to the top flight. But by UEFA's, view on clubs, you weren't at the top table for too long. After,
Yeah.
the late great Brian Clough left, Forest went
Mm.
on a massive downward spiral. You've only just come back from that with the help of Marinakis.
Yeah.
Um,
And on
whereas
that, Nate,
with us,
like, you make a very great point, and I hope we've not come on here thinking we're not here to blame Forest. That's not it.
no,
This
not
is
at all. This is solely on UEFA.
this is a UEFA issue.
Yeah, this
They're
is UEFA.
literally making an example out of us. That's what I think. Like, let's just say if we did, quote unquote, bend the rules, right? Like I said, we're waiting for full clarification as to what rule we broke. All right. Ask the question: does the punishment fit the crime? Because now let's have a look at what the Premier League in a sense. Manchester City, 115 charges. They're allegedly getting a 3-point deduction and a
Yeah,
fine and stuff. So we got to look at that angle as well. But like I said, had this been a Man City, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man United,
yes,
Chelsea, Liverpool, let's add Newcastle now they got Saudi ownership.
yeah,
They're brushing this under the carpet. They're brushing this under the carpet. I'll be completely honest. let's just say the roles were reversed and it was you and us. They're screwing you over too, because you're not a household name compared to the others.
But at the same time, right? And like I said, like I said, as a Forest fan, I love Marinakis. He has his rights, he has his wrongs, and I keep it 100 with you lot. And the thing I don't understand, like I said, I was seeing is it Paris? He did an interview with
Gary Lineker.
Gary Lineker.
Yeah.
They did one with Sky Sports as well, and he's blaming Forest as well. This was bugging me out so much because we did it right. I'm not trying to disrespect Palace as well. We did it right, and he's saying that he didn't get an email or whatever he didn't get or blah blah blah. But do you sometimes got to think Parish has got this little bit of blame? Yeah, Textor, he did what he did, but do you think there's little blame going to be on Parish sometimes or not? He's a businessman. That's what I'm trying. He's a businessman, and he should know what to do. Because I don't know if you know, did Brighton do it or Brighton and Bournemouth do it?
Yeah, but once again,
had to because of Tony Bloom had a stake in a Belgian club who'd also qualified for Europa League when Brighton got in, so he had to reduce his shares at the time.
Yeah.
So look, you'll freely admit Paris does deserve a bit of the blame. Sorry, Rich, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say on that, once again, like I mentioned earlier, the likes of like yourselves, Bournemouth, Brighton, all at the time when they decided to do that, were in a very prominent league position.
Yeah.
Where they could think, and I'm not saying that Paris should. I think every owner should think forward, and be a bit more ambitious and stuff. Yeah. But sitting at 12th place, we weren't thinking we're getting Europe. Let's be honest.
But
with that, Dore, sorry, I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying, just the mentality of it all. Yeah.
But you know when you said, like I said, when you built Millwall, don't you feel like as fans, because as fans, and I think I've said it on other channels, I feel like we can win the FA Cup. I know you've got to go past the big teams, and as you said, you didn't expect to win it, especially Man City in the final. That little hope of thinking we can win. Because when you lot beat Aston Villa in the semi-final, I thought, go on. And we lost to Man City. I was like, go on, Palace. I want you to win. No. But at the same time, I think to myself, I don't want Palace to win because I want to be in Europa. But when I saw the match, I'm like, well done, Palace. You lot fully deserve it. And now all this mess comes up.
It's annoying.
Just like
it's so annoying.
And like I said, I've got to respect Crystal Palace because I said it for years and years. I love going to Selhurst Park. They've got a great fan base, and I love the stadium, family club, and all that. And like I said, as a Forest fan, I don't want to see teams like Palace getting kicked out at all. Yes, you're getting European football regardless of whatever happens, but it's all these rules. I don't like the rules.
Yeah, it's a UEFA issue.
I'm a Forest fan. I've got to keep it real with you, Rich Nate.
Mm-hmm.
I want the money.
I don't blame you.
I want the better players. Like
we're the exact same. We're the exact same. But here's where UEFA's rules don't make any sense. Okay, they're claiming that John Textor has decisive influence of both Lyon and Crystal Palace. He's just sold his shares in Crystal Palace to prop up his finances that are a mess over there in Lyon. The real issue that they've somehow decided to not pay attention to is actually David Blitzer, who owns a majority stake in Brøndby, who are in the Conference League. So if they're going to kick us out of the Europa League, they should be kicking us out of the Conference League. So UEFA's rules are top heavy because they're claiming we're part of an
Who's the other guy that's got shares in Palace? Does he own Brøndby?
We've got a few people. We've got 3 American investors who were the main principal investors alongside Parish. Yeah. Then there's, I think, 2 of the original consortium members alongside Parish. So there's 3 of the original 4 that bought the club in 2010. 2 of them are still minority shareholders, but they're not active as they once were. Once the 2 Americans came in, they kind of took a back seat. But the minute this whole UEFA debacle kicked off, people have actually turned it and said Palace and Brøndby is a bigger contradiction of the rules than Palace and Lyon. And then John Textor's interview on Talk Sport, which was an absolute, pardon my French, shit show.
Yeah, it was.
The guy's talking about I had no control over Palace, and then turns around and says I helped appoint Glasner. Mate, which is it? Either you did or you didn't.
That's what I said exactly the same. I said exactly the same. It doesn't make sense.
Like Rich will tell you, we had the guy on our channel when he first got involved at the club. I think it was the
Yeah.
Everton Cup game, 4-0,
after the
Lampard.
Everton,
Yeah, Lampard, lucky goal, fluke goal. That
yeah.
amazing clip that we got out of Frank Lampard, rattling Frank Lampard. That's legendary. But from there, we were like, okay, this Textor guy's come in. He spent a good bit of money on the club. You know, Mark Gay, Joachim Anderson, Michael Elise, Conor Gallagher came in on loan that season, I believe. So he brought in quite a lot of good players. But then Botafogo got on the scene and Leon got on the scene, and we're sat there thinking, hang on, this looks
good.
shady.
Yeah.
You know, and we're sat there thinking, okay, it's great that we're connected to these clubs and what have you, but I'm not comfortable with a multi-club thing because,
and nor was Steve Parish. That's why he stayed clear of it.
If anything, he voted against it, and
Steve Parrish not happy about it.
To sell, believe it or not. When Steve Parish led that Premier League vote to stop multi-club ownership having more power in the Premier League, Textor demanded to sell his shares in the club.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
You know, Textor has tried for so long to make Palace his English eagle-eyed football staple, but we're all sat there thinking that the home self fanatics made it abundantly clear we don't trust you.
Yeah,
and we all felt that way because we all could see. It's great that we have a bit of a relationship with Botafogo because their fans had a pre-season friendly with us, and it was it was a great time to have around the club. But multi-club ownership stinks. Because the mess Leon are in, that makes us feel that's Textor taking our Premier League money to prop up Leon or propping up Botafogo. So the money's going around in a loop, but we're not seeing any of the money.
And when you look at like the clubs that Textor runs,
no one's from Palace.
They've all had financial issues. All three of them, Leon, Botafogo, and Molenbeek have all had financial issues. Which one club haven't? Palace, because he doesn't have that say. He would have run us down to, we'll probably be relegated. I promise you we would have got relegated through administration errors. We would have had PSI issues, we would have had the whole works with him. Once again, I think the other issue that most Palace fans are having, and I'm not saying all, but it seems as if Marinakis and Textor have got this newfound friendship.
Wait.
That stinks up on the River Trent, mate. What's going on?
Right.
What's going on?
This is the next. You know what? You can read my mind, Rich, man. This is crackers, man. Because we like all Forest fans know we like to take players from Leon. We like to give players to Leon. We took players from Botafogo, and now fans assume this Textor, because I think I don't know if you know with Leon when we gave Bamidele to Strasbourg and Leon got the last.
He is the biggest pagan of them all. I don't care.
Hey, that first home game of the season, y'all ain't welcome in South London. Just stay on the coaches up on the Trent. Stay up on the coaches, mate.
I'm coming. I'm there. Me and Dave Asprey will be there. And
all right, I can respect that. You're one of the real ones. I respect you.
Hear me out, yeah? Like, how you could... This is like a Netflix thing, yeah? Obviously, Palace and Forest, so you got Forest thinking, no, we don't want Palace to win the FA Cup just for the Europa League sort of thing, yeah? We end up winning it, so they're thinking, oh, crap, we're in Europa, Palace are in the... Conference League, Palace in Europa. Then... Leon
PSG win the French Cup.
Yeah, so then before that on loan
Bamidele.
He concedes a 98th minute penalty.
And the Crystal Palace fans are like, oh, dude. Come on, man.
To help Strasbourg go down the place.
Well, who was he on loan from?
From Nottingham Forest. Then PSG win the cup win, which we expected. After that, Leon get relegated through financial issues. Guess what happens? Forest buy 3 Botafogo players.
We like the player. No. We brought 2. We brought 2.
I think it's just savvy business. But you can understand why people
why didn't Crystal Palace get them?
Looks mad.
How comes
because we proven we're not linked with Textor. That's why.
So if anything, Nottingham Forest have a bigger link to Textor than Crystal Palace do. Strange that.
But I will say this: he is looking to buy another English club.
Yeah.
Be
Wednesday.
careful.
Listen to me. He's not coming near us. There's not a chance. After watching like when he was on Talksport, I watched all of them. Like, no, don't come near us. But if we can buy players on Botafogo, but don't come near us because there was a fake link with him. I think it was Forest and two other teams as well. And
Sheffield Wednesday is one of them.
Yeah, Sheffield Wednesday and it was someone else. And no, Dexter, don't come near us.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, the other side of the coin for us, the only thing that's going to work in our favour, in my personal opinion, outside of the MCO debate, is sporting integrity. Now, according to UEFA's rules, 6th place in the French league overrides our 12th place, which sounds logical.
Yeah.
But we didn't get into the Europa League through our 12th place. We got in through winning a trophy, which should supersede a 6th place finish in Ligue 1, in my personal opinion. That argument I don't think is going to run with UEFA or CAS, but it's just a talking point. What's your thoughts?
But Rich, here's the thing: it should, because Lyon only got Europa League because PSG won the French Cup.
Yeah.
Had Rennes won the French Cup, there's no contradiction. Yeah. So UEFA can't turn around and be like, "Oh well, they finished higher in the league,
and the cup doesn't hit."
They're a higher priority. It's like, but hold on, you actively encourage the domestic cup winners of your biggest nation to automatically qualify for the Europa League. The one time a team outside the regular batch wins it, oh, it's a problem. No, we're not hearing it. We're not hearing it. Because remember, half the leagues in Europe this season.
If I'm not
mistaken, there's 5 teams in the Champions League. That's about 9 teams in Europe this season, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Let me have a thought, because I don't know who said it. Marinakis, I think his Forest fans should say, "Oh, just give it to Palace." Marinakis should just give. Oh, okay, because all this problem, just give it to Palace. And again, but Marinakis is looking after a club like Steve Parker.
It's a business. It won't happen.
No, 100%. We see that. We see that. That's why I'm not buying this beef that people are trying to manufacture on Twitter. Because let's keep it 100. The last time I was at a Palace Forest game, last game of the season, the vibes was unreal.
It's always
It's not going to be this time around.
No, it's going to be mad. It's going to be absolutely mad.
I'm wearing my. Yo, this is my ghost. Like I thought I wear this so no one can see me because
it's going to be a shame, but I think they're going to, like, similar to like when we have Brighton come to Sellers Park. The police presence is going to be massive, I believe. Which is a shame. Which is a shame.
You know what? I love going past. Because remember the last game of the season, we had the best atmosphere when we were drawn.
It was one
of the best. Yeah, we were there for that. Yeah, that was brilliant. But that's what I'm saying.
And
we've seen both sets of supporters had such a great time together.
But you know what, Dore?
Now this has happened. It's kind of sour things.
Yeah, I would say do not come, because otherwise
I'm coming.
I'm
coming.
Otherwise the wrong people win.
No. I'm coming there. I'm coming, Rich.
Let's get into the stadium. Let's have our chance at each other.
Listen, I'm going to a Jamaican shop. There's a nice Jamaican shop near there. Yeah.
That's my joint,
I'm going there. I think
that place is famous, man. That place is famous.
It's right next to the Sainsbury's petrol station.
It's just down the way from it. Yeah.
It's further down from the petrol station. It's got like a yellow sign.
Oh, the new one. Oh, what's that one called?
Yo, amazing.
I think it's called Taste of Ochi.
That's it. Is that it? Forget it.
I think that's it.
I'm going there because there. So, but just aside, like, and again, as a Forest fan, it's gone all like crackers, blacking on social media. It's going bonkers. I know. There's a few Forest fans beefing with Palace fans, and listen to me, I've always respected Palace. I like going Palace away, and with all this crap, I want you lot to go like. But let me flip it right, because whoever goes in Europa, if you do win an appeal, Is it next Monday, Tuesday if it comes on and all that?
Yeah, so I know that
So
comment came up. We're expecting the appeal, the letter to come from UEFA Monday,
Yeah.
which means we've got 10 days from that period to appeal. So I think we've got our appeal ready. We're just waiting for the UEFA letter, and then it's 10 days from there. It may not take 10 days. It may take 1. It may take 2. It may take 5.
It took Dragden, is it the Irish team?
Yeah.
yeah, Drogheda.
Dragden, 2
There are-
days. 2
Yeah,
days.
there's 2 other teams that have been expelled, Drogheda and FC DAC. The only issues with both their situations is that the companies that were involved in both owned 80% shares plus.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's like, and with Drogheda, they were told in November, because they already knew they were in the competition, so they were told in November, get your stuff in order because the deadline's March.
Oh, right,
And
okay.
they didn't get it. And so,
Because
I
also
didn't know that. I didn't know
the,
that. All
the
I
Irish
knew.
League, I live in Ireland, so the Irish League over here is played during the summer.
Yes,
So
it is, isn't it?
when the Premier League is over, the league is still being played here. Like the league's still being played now as we speak. So Drogheda winning the cup back then, they were told the deadline's March. You need to get whatever amount of shares divested in a blind trust to be able to be given the license, because now they've been expelled and Shamrock Rovers have taken their place. And Shamrock Rovers, a lot of their fans don't like it. Similar to Nottingham Forest, they're like, look, it's not a good look because you want to win it on merit. You don't want to be winning it by default. But look,
Yeah.
it's extra money in the pot, and nobody's going to turn down extra money. Doesn't matter
No.
who you are, doesn't matter what club you are.
And that's my problem, Nate. It's the money. And
it's a massive factor.
it's a
Because
massive
you know what?
factor.
Like
But
us
and that's
going
what
down
I'm
to
saying.
the Conference League this is the impact it's going to have on our club.
Yeah.
1, financially.
Yeah.
2, we're expecting Eze and Gahey to probably go. That
Yeah.
could now be Mateta, Wharton,
Yes.
and more.
Yes.
That's the
because of the
majority of our
competition.
team gone
Yeah.
if we're not careful.
Then we're thinking about the players we're trying to get in. They might be thinking, I don't want to be playing in the Conference League.
Yes.
So that's the bigger issue. And that's why, obviously, I don't blame Forest fans for saying, haha, we've got your position now. Because for you, now your clientele of players has increased. You may have gone for this kind of batch of players here. Now you can go for that kind of batch of players there. On a selfish point, I don't blame Forest fans for being happy at our demise and stuff. This is a UEFA issue. Hopefully UEFA make the right decision. I mean, I've even saw something about Marinakis' father being friends with some. There's so much.
The
Listen to us.
conspiracies are out
Everyone
Stay
after
off
Marinakis.
those
Everyone
please.
is after the man himself. Because listen to right, as far as fans know, Marinakis, like I said, he can be good, and sometimes I'm raised by eyebrow, but kid, know what's he doing and all that. But he's looking for the best interest of Forest. That's all it is, people and Palace fans. But
Marinakis is not going to be like, oh, here you go, Palace. It's never going to happen.
that's my point.
Of course not.
But at the same time, like I said, you know what? If Palace win the appeal, fantastic. I'm not gonna like cry about it because you lot deserved it on merit.
Do you know what they should do? What they should do is say to Leon, screw you, because you're corrupt anyway. You're in so much debt. You go down to the Conference League and Forest and Palace stay in the Europa League.
That'd be great, wouldn't it? That'd be nice. Just be like, yeah, no, I don't, you know what? Even if we're like, when we are in the conference, I still can go Europe, lads. That's all I care about. But like, it's just money. And
But
on what you said,
that playoff
we've lost
playoff-
Langer, Gibbs White,
Yeah.
soon to be gone. And if we get conference, maybe 1 or 2 players believe it. And that's why you said about as a
impact,
impact. And this is why secretly, I know respect, lads, I want Europa football. But
which is understandable, yeah.
But slightly, I'll be like, I feel sorry for Palace fans because they deserved it and all that. But
I hear it, but we mustn't forget this is not a Nottingham Forest or Crystal Palace issue. This is UEFA deciding when the rules do and do not apply. Because the whole time that you had other MCLs, I mean, for Christ's sake, Leipzig and Salzburg were in the same group.
Exactly. Yes.
Not even the same group.
Yeah.
UEFA were like,
Davey, we have mentioned this, Davey. Like, we have to wait for the UEFA letter to come through confirming that we've been demoted. Then we will appeal.
to
And
cash.
as soon as we
Cash has to
go to
take it
CAS,
into
there's
consideration.
10 days in which they have to make a decision by.
Yeah, but Rich, I think it's going to be early. I think it's going to be.
No,
really,
I don't think it will take 10 days.
No,
No.
I think it's
It
too
will
close.
take-
Maximum 5.
Yeah,
It's too
because
close.
there's
The
some
draws.
fixtures coming up. Yeah, some
No,
draws.
the
coming up.
draw's the 5th of August.
Yeah.
I
So
think. Yeah.
I will give it to the end of July. A complete decision would be made.
Because as it stands, we have to prepare for that playoff game before we play Forest, ironically, which is mad.
And lastly, on this whole Europa Conference League thing, and I think the reason why I won't blame Forest for not wanting to be in it, that qualifying round is not a guarantee for you to be in the competition.
Exactly.
You cannot go into that. And I'm saying this as a Palace fan, because I'm hearing Palace fans saying, let's just go in Europa and win it. We're not in the competition, naturally. We have to qualify for the competition.
We have to qualify for it, which
and
is
that
ridiculous.
would be us being disrespectful to the teams that are in it, thinking, that's all right, we're going to beat them. This is Europe for a reason.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
great point, Nate. How on earth do cup winners go and qualify?
Oh boy!
If they put us straight into league phase, then I would have been like, all right.
This is UEFA for you. Oh, Leon, what's that? Your finances are a hot mess? Oh, but you're one of the biggest clubs in France? Yeah, that's fine. You can come into the Europa League despite the fact you're a basket case of a football club. Wait a second. Crystal Palace, you won the FA Cup, the most prestigious cup in English football. It's not like we won the Carabao Cup, not disrespecting the Carabao Cup, but the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, which do you want at the start of the season? Everyone's saying FA Cup. Come on. You know what I mean? We've never won the Carabao Cup for that record, but if you offered me the FA Cup or League Cup, I'm taking the FA Cup every time. We win the FA Cup. Oh, hang on. You guys finished 12th, so you can't be in the Europa League. It don't make any sense. Leon did not earn it by merit. They earn it on a technicality. We won it on sporting merit. UEFA, your rules are bent out of force like your chairman's nose.
No, Nate just went in, but
that's what I'm saying. Our frustration, especially from us on the channel, is not aimed at.
It's UEFA.
It is UEFA.
I don't understand this Forest.
Rich, you lot went on a protest and saying about Mount. What was Marinakis doing?
I was at home.
I was in Ireland.
Did you go?
I had no part in that protest.
Anyway, anyone from your channel? Did anyone from your channel go?
Yeah, but we laughed it off. To be honest,
no.
We did laugh it off.
Name and shame. Who did they sing it?
No, they were just filming.
Listen to me. They went to Marinakis and slagging Marinakis. If you're watching this, or your son, please.
But to be fair, I take that as a little. Literally, I was just laughing when I heard.
No, when I see that, I was laughing. I was like, "What Marinakis is doing? What's he doing? He's just doing his business." But,
it's a catchy tune, you know. I think either way, it's getting sang at Selhurst.
You know, listen,
Don't worry, you'll hear it in full effect. Don't worry, you'll hear it in full effect.
Masks.
Marinakis.
Right, it's official. Me and Eagle Eye Football have got beef now. It's started now, people. But lads, it's been great for both of you. Like I said, I've got no problems with Crystal Palace, but listen, when we know whoever's got whatever competition, if you get conference or whatever, I hope you win it. I hope you don't win it.
We'll come back to you after we've actually officially qualified for it, by the way, by the playoffs. We have to make sure we do that first.
In the event we do win the Conference League, I don't want to hear a Brighton fan talk to us ever again.
Oh, they're finished. They are finished.
Listen. They thought we were insufferable after the FA Cup win. Oh, my God. It's only the start.
Do you know what they've been tweeting?
What?
Palace will never know what it's like to play a Europa League game. Have you not noticed we just won a cup competition and this is what you're hiding?
The club of fans.
Fans. I'm like, wait, we just won a trophy, which you've never done. Have some shame.
Rich, in respect to Brighton, you have to understand, they don't know what a cup final is. Their last one was in 1983. Neither of us were born their last time they were in a cup final. You know, like that. And let's keep it a buck. They finished 8th in the table and we still took 6 points off them. But we don't know how it feels. I mean, how does it feel winning the FA Cup, Rich? Because I'm nearly sure Lewis Dunk doesn't know how that feels.
Well, let's
Yo,
just say I'm
listen,
still
man.
watching content.
Listen, man. I'm not getting into you lot Brighton's beef, man. If any Brighton fans watching this, I'm not getting into you lot's beef. This is your separate beef, man.
No, 100%. Just to answer Davey's question,
Which
the
one is it?
appeal will happen before the playoff qualifiers. Like everything will be sorted before the playoffs start.
Yeah. Everything, yeah. That's what, because I said it's the 5th of August. That's where
It's a draw.
it's
The
the
draw is
draw.
made.
Yeah.
So listen, it is what it is. If you lose the PO, I hope you win it. I think you've got a better chance of winning the conference, or you got a good chance of winning wherever it is. Because if Man U and Spurs can do it,
As our first time in it, we're going to respect all opponents.
you'll be going to some Ajan or where.
Bring it on. Bring it on, because it will make it all the sweeter should we go on to win it.
Europe. That's all it matters.
Bring it on.
I mean,
promise
traveling back from Azerbaijan for a Sunday afternoon game, it's not going to help our players. I'd rather travel to Milan.
Yo, Richie, you did after game reactions in wherever, like in I don't know, some small country. No disrespect. And
no, but hey, Rich, listen, it's going to be all worth it if we can be shameless in Leipzig, because the shamelessness will go off the chart.
Wait! Before you do go, do you want my hotel? I pre-booked it. Do you want it?
Let's wait, because if you jump the gun and you have to go to Leipzig,
if you want it,
hey lad, can I get my hotel back?
It's double the fee. If any Crystal Palace want my hotel for Leipzig,
do you know how ironic it will be if we make the final and play at RB Leipzig, another team that's a multi-club ownership?
Well, as I just said, should we go on to win the damn thing, the shamelessness is going to be unstoppable.
100%.
They're not ready for the shamelessness of it all.
But listen, right. When I come to Paris on when is it? Is it 20-something?
Second game week of the season.
I come in peace. I want no problems, Palace fans. And like I said, I come in peace. I just want to get my jerk chicken and all that, and that's what I want, man. That's what I want, man. But
you'll be all right, mate. It's the other lot. You have to worry about your other fans coming down. They might be a problem, and so will ours. To be fair, there's going to be a few headaches.
Right, man. But if there's problems, there's problems. But listen, Palace are a friendly club, more than Brighton. But
absolutely,
lads, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for both of you, Richard and Nate. So make sure everyone, please subscribe to You Got Eye Football. It's in the title. Before we do go, like I said, are you feeling confident for the Premier League starts? Or
no, I'm not confident with the CAS appeal, by the way. I'm not confident about that. But the Premier League, I'm going to say no. Here's why.
Why?
I think had we got Europa League sealed, I think we would have done our transfer business already. We have brought 2 players in, but there's like some key areas that need sorting, and we can't sort it without knowing where we're actually at. So we're going to kind of leave ourselves short at the beginning of the season, I think.
Again.
So, I think it might be a difficult start for us again.
Again, and this is what killed us at the start of last season, because it's a story of, so much is left to the last minute, and then we're scrambling around trying to find form. I mean, our start of the season last season pretty much killed us. We only just about recovered and finished 12th. The people are like, oh, look, Palace and finishing 12th. Don't care. We won the FA Cup, mate.
That's what, you know what? I said exactly the same. If Forest finish mid-table and we win whatever cup, I'll still be happy. That's it. Yeah.
There's no feeling like it. Trust me. There really isn't. I mean, the day of the final, everybody looked at me strange when I said, we're going to win it. Everybody was like, Nate, what? Are you sure? And I said, yeah, we're going to win it. Obviously, we got a major stroke of luck with Henderson, because he should have been sent off, as Rich said earlier. Don't get me wrong. That was a nailed-on red card every day of the week. But we got screwed over in 2016.
Oh, so don't bring the past. Don't bring the past. Like everyone says to us, don't bring the past.
No. But, you know what I mean? It comes back full circle, and thankfully we're on the right end of a decision, albeit we got away with murder, but sod it, we don't care. That moment of that trophy with red and blue ribbons made it all worth it.
That's all it matters. You won the FA Cup final, and that's what it's. I was watching. I was like, fair play, Palace. And if I did want Man City to win for the competition, but you deserved it. It's simple.
Do you know what killed me the whole of that final? The last 10 minutes. That was the worst. The whole thing.
The playoff final was exactly the same for me. With the playoff final, 10 minutes, Huddersfield battering us, and I thought, I can't deal with this no more. can't deal with this no more. But listen,
Because when I seen 10 minutes, because I was up in the higher end of the stadium, I was like, 10 minutes? Did a Manchester City player lose his shoelace or something? Where are you getting 10 minutes from?
I sat in my seat. I sat in my seat for about a minute like this. Oh my
Hey, Rick,
God.
was Nicky still asleep by that point?
Luckily he wasn't.
Oh, he actually woke up. Okay, fair play to him. Fair play to him.
right, boy, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for both coming on and like sorting out our issues. Like I said, it's been on social media. I think I'm not going to mention that account. We're going about another channel and all that, but yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Like I said, make sure everyone does subscribe to iFootball. Any content that you're doing today or tomorrow or whenever?
No, it's been pretty quiet. Like, so we're currently doing like a weekly transfer weekly show. We just discuss rumors and stuff. And now, up until like pre-season games where we do watch-alongs, what we're doing to fill the void is all this Europa talk.
Yes.
So if any news comes about, we just jump on, we discuss it.
I'm watching. I'm eagle eye. I'm eagle eye on it.
We'll go have a look at our last couple.
Eagle eye.
Some good ones. I like what you did there.
but lad, people, if you are rewatching this, and like I say, if you agree or disagree with everything that me, Richard, or Nate says, please get involved. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure everyone subscribe to Eagle Eye Football as well. It's in the title. Who's going to get Europa football? Who's going to win or lose? And I don't want Crystal Palace coming from me. And if, like I said, whatever
decision's not being overturned, so
like I said, whatever happens,
literally, it's out of both our hands because UEFA can't decide what rules to enforce and what rules not to enforce. So let's not hate each other. Let's point the finger at UEFA and go, why is it that when it's the so-called smaller clubs, you throw the book at us, but when it's the big boys getting away with blue murder, I didn't see it. It didn't happen.
Because I'm looking at Manu. Who's it? Is it Manu and is it Nice or
Man United and Nice, Man City, Girona, the two Red Bull clubs.
It's unfair, and I get it, and I 100% get it.
When it's the big boy, I didn't see it.
Oh, Richie, stop talking about. Look, what there's no need for Richie. No need for that. Look.
No, this is a message to UEFA.
Oh, days. Right, it's been a pleasure.
Hey, you got to let us live the moment, man. This was never meant to happen for us.
I'm saying live the moment. You got to live that moment. But when it comes to like whatever happens, I just don't need a message from Richie saying, "We got you, boys. We got you." But listen, whatever happens, we both got European football. If we get conference, we get conference. It is what it is. So, right,
people, literally.
Peace and love, and hope I'll speak to you soon on the next vlog. Up the forest, up the palace.
Latest.